We are here on top of the mountain, recording, praying the wind doesn't completely ruin our audio, but I think it's worth it for the visual. We'll see if it's completely, if you can't hear anything, we're sorry. Hopefully we'll put subtitles on, mouth talk, good.
We're gonna need them anyway.
Yeah, gonna need them anyway with this Wisconsinite.
All right.
It is technically English, but a
I don't know what you're talking about, okay? Friggin' A. It's not that bad.
Almost impossible to tell what's going on. Big. Never heard of one. Don't know what one is.
Big, bubbler, you know, all the things. 30 point buck and whatnot.
Let me look at my notes. We're introducing Aubrey here. She's currently our head chef, head seamstress, head musician, head barber.
Yeah.
Barberist.
Barber for the head.
Barber for the head. Barista.
Yep.
Dishwasher.
All right.
And soon to be horse wrangler.
Yes.
So a jack of many traits.
I prefer Jane, but that's fine.
A Jane of many traits. However you want to call it. One of the best chefs I've ever known.
That's not true.
Keeps us very well fed.
I do my
and
best.
in good spirits, and serenades us with music, which
true.
is a very special thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a pleasure and a privilege.
Hey, I'm honored.
Yep. Yep.
That you graced our studio. But starting off, we'll brought you out to the lodge.
Ooh, the mountains probably.
That is a very good reason.
Yeah, it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I never anticipated this for me. I was just a regular gal doing regular-ish things, and I had followed you on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And you posted randomly like, hey, we're looking for a cook for the month of September. I'm like, it's 1 month.
Oh yeah, that was just for the for the hunting season. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I know. I think that was like back in 2024.
1
month. So I had applied then. They had filled the position, so I just pushed it out of my mind, moved on. And then come December, Stevie, our boss, got back to me. He was like, hey, we're looking for a cook. It's 2 months. And I'm like, it's 2 months. So here I am, and the rest is history.
Yeah, well, we are glad you're here.
Me too.
How is working at the lodge compared to the expectations you had going into it?
I didn't have expectations.
You had no expectations?
No, honestly,
Everyone
no.
has some.
No, that's not true. When I tell you I was woefully unprepared, I mean, like, Alaska was never on my radar. Like, I knew it was a fascinating place with a lot of beautiful nature, and I didn't know how many mountains were here. That's how it was not on my radar. So when I showed up, I was like, holy cow, like, this is incredible. And it continues to be incredible. But
you really had no expectations?
Genuinely, because it was like a spur.
Just like, I'm gonna fly across the country to Alaska.
I'm not kidding.
And I don't expect anything.
I'm a very spur of the moment person, Zachary.
All right.
Yeah.
I can respect the send.
Yeah. No, I'm here, and it's been wonderful.
Well, how did you initially get into cooking?
Well, I was a nanny for many years, so that required a lot of cooking. But before that, like, me and my brothers kind of got in the kitchen early. My mom had chronic illness, so we were cooking at a young age, just like have lots of food.
Right. So
that was probably the start, and just kind of turned into what it is now. But really, genuinely, Rainy Pass is what got me into
Really?
Yeah, you know, I just took the job, and I'm like, I'm not sure I'm qualified for this, but Stevie and Carly trained me up really well, and Denise, and now I'm good at it. So
yeah,
it's a miracle.
Very good at it.
Uh-huh.
And then, I don't know if you want to disclose this to the public, but here we go. I'm going to disclose. We can always cut this out if you're too ashamed. But how did your homeschool background influence your skills here?
I'm homeschooled and I'm proud.
Okay.
Homeschooling, how did it affect my job here?
Yeah, just like the skills you learned in homeschooling. I feel like homeschooling innately gave you a lot of skills that have translated to the job. Or you said a lot of times like, oh, I learned this homeschooling.
Yeah. Well, I think being homeschooled you don't really have anyone being like, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. Now it's time for math or whatever. And social studies, I don't really understand the concept of school. No, but like you are your own like timekeeper. You keep your schedule. You're the one who's like making sure that you're getting everything done. And I think that is translated really well to the lodge, because oftentimes our bosses are wonderful and they're very good at leading, but like you kind of have to take initiative and like see things that need to be done and do it without being asked. That's like a prime thing for Rainy Pass Lodge.
Yeah, that's good. That's something I would have not expected you to say.
Yeah.
Like time management and like being able to just kind of do your tasks without someone telling you what to do all the time.
Yeah. Well, and I think also like with homeschooling, you learn like the time that other people were sitting in school, I would get my schoolwork done in a couple hours and then have lots of time to focus on hobbies or skills. So
Right.
those have translated too, I would say.
Speaking of hobbies and skills, how did you get into singing?
I was a theater kid.
You had theater that was offered at your homeschool?
Yeah, no. No, there was a Christian school nearby that I did a lot of theater through, and then like homeschool co-ops and whatnot. I did choir and stuff, but I picked up the guitar when I was probably like 14 years old and kind of taught myself and have been playing ever since. But the lodge has been instrumental.
That's crazy.
In my guitar, because like I think oftentimes that like being a cook is wonderful in so many capacities, but it is nonstop and it's very taxing on your brain. So like playing guitar was a way that I could keep my fingers moving but shut off my brain a little bit.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a way to de-stress.
Because you've just been playing long enough, you're not thinking about like the chords or anything like that. It's pretty like
yeah, it's like
auto.
meditative, I guess. Like you're not thinking about the day. You're solely focused on what you're doing.
I guess it's kind of like jiu-jitsu, like to an extent, like when you're not like learning a technique or whatnot, like it is like you're just kind of it's just the muscle memory.
Yeah, you're not thinking about taxes when you're rolling. You're thinking about not dying.
Yeah, exactly. And Aubrey is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, you'd say. And what got you into jiu-jitsu?
Grew up with two brothers.
Yeah, survival.
I had to defend myself. I wanted their respect, and I've earned it, I would say.
There you go.
Now, I mean, the true story is I kind of wanted to be an actress. And then I'm like, how do I make myself stand out? So then I started doing jiu-jitsu because I'm like, I can do my own stunts. And then that dream fizzled, and now I just do jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
I know.
I've not heard a single person get into jiu-jitsu for that reason.
I'm an abstract fella.
Hey, there you go. And was becoming a chef at Alaska's oldest hunting lodge always your dream career as a small child?
Always a part of the plan. No, I had worked in the restaurant industry and stuff, but I had been more service oriented, and I enjoyed cooking, but I never anticipated it being a career for myself. So it's been a pleasant surprise, and I think the cooking is wonderful, but it's the people that keeps bringing me back. So.
Nice. That's awesome. And how's it different cooking out here versus like as it would be in a restaurant in town or like for yourself in town?
It's quite different. First of all, like we don't take orders typically. We'll have people like send in their dietary restrictions and whatnot because we try to be sensitive to people and make sure that we're serving food that they can eat and enjoy. But oftentimes we're just planning out a menu, and you have to plan super far ahead. And I'm still working on that, and it's a skill, but like usually like our planes only come every 1 or 2 weeks with groceries, so you need to know exactly what you're making, how many people are going to be there, how much food you need, and like keep careful inventory of everything, which is very different from a restaurant because like you just run up the road to the grocery store. You know, like there are materials at your beck and call, but that's not so out here. You really need to think ahead.
And what do you do when supplies do run low?
Cry. No, oftentimes like you just gotta adapt. Like you do what you can. What are you gonna do? You know, you can sit there and cry, but that's not gonna do you any good.
What's the most creative solution you've done?
Oh, like
with low supplies.
Low supply. I don't know. We have a lot of moose meat. A surplus of moose meat, so we get creative with that. But
Yeah, that soup you made the other day was
that was
delicious
pretty
with
solid.
the moose meat. And then the spaghetti last night with the moose meat was good. And then the burritos yesterday for lunch with the
All
moose
right.
meat were good.
These are staff meals, okay.
Hey, I love moose meat, so I'm not complaining. It's all, and I love
delicious.
burritos and spaghetti
Mm-hmm.
and the soup. So,
The key to the soup was time.
time, not love.
Well, it was THYME.
Oh, time. Okay. Interesting.
My Chinese proverb. Secret to good soup is time.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh-huh.
And if you had to survive on one lodge meal for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
Does Aubrey's Bloody Marys count?
No, that's not a meal.
It is how I make them. I'm a Wisconsin gal, so you gotta load it up with everything. Okay, lodge meal. That feta honey chicken we made the other day, that was
killer.
really good.
That was killer.
I
The
really
chicken thighs
enjoyed
are
that.
always such a good bet.
That was pretty solid, but I don't know. I can always go for Miss Denise's lasagna too, because I'm a simple person.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
solid
lasagna's
meal.
good. Honestly, like it'd be hard to beat like spoos, you know?
Hmm?
Spoos?
What is spoops?
Moose spaghetti?
Oh my gosh.
That would probably, I mean, just like spaghetti in general.
Yeah.
And then spoos is even better, you know, because it's got moose in it.
Yeah,
It's-
no, eh?
Yeah, no. So it'd be like that much better for you. And like, I feel like the feta chicken was so amazing, but it's like such a like niche thing in a way
Mm-hmm.
that like you would get like old after like
No, speak for yourself.
2-3 years in.
No. I'm Greek, so feta can never get old.
All right, we'll teach their
Just
own.
is what it is. Everything's better with feta. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's your lodge meal?
Spoos.
That's your.
Yeah,
forever
it'd probably
and
be
ever.
spoos.
Wow.
Yeah. I think spaghetti is one of those things that like, yes, it would get old, but like it's just such a staple that like I eat spaghetti every week, you
Damn.
know, as is, and like it doesn't get old,
Hmm.
you know.
You know.
But
So-
it would be like a lot of carbs.
Well, that's the secret to growing big and tall, 6'4". Now you know you have to eat spoos every
Moose,
day.
yeah.
every week.
Raised on it since a small child.
That's wild. Yeah, I didn't eat moose until I came out here. That was my first time.
Yeah,
eating
me
moose.
neither.
Well, why? That's good though. I don't taste a difference. Some people say they can taste a difference.
I love moose meat. Like, it's some of my favorite stuff. It brought back like 50 pounds this year, and
Shush! How do you fly that out?
put it all in my carry-on. Yeah, I was a little worried like it was gonna start leaking
Yeah,
and like dripping blood on people,
yeah.
but it never did.
So you put it in the overhead compartment?
Yeah, it was in the overhead compartment.
Just a bloodbath in the plane?
Yeah, but I had it in the Ziploc bags
Yeah.
and then in trash bags. I think double bagged.
Oh, that
I was
wasn't
like-
even when we switched over to vacuum sealed, eh?
Well, like half are vacuum sealed, half are not.
Hmm.
But it honestly was like still pretty frozen
Yeah.
when I took it out. Just like kind of that like mushy frozen.
Yeah, but it's like cold.
Yeah, but cold
That's
and
good.
yeah, it didn't like really leak a ton of blood.
Did you get any of my doodles on there?
No, not yet. We still have maybe 10 pounds left. But
There's a good number of them that have moose doodles on them. That was
yeah,
me.
yeah, none of mine, unfortunately,
Well, somebody's gonna find
have
them.
them.
It's a progression.
But they're good. Like Erica's cooked them for her like Bible study group,
Yeah, she was telling me about that.
and the
meatballs.
girls were like, "Can I buy it from you?" I was like, "I
Dude,
don't think legally I can do that, but I can give you some."
I can accept donations.
yeah. I'll start a non-profit.
Right.
You can donate.
Moose for the people.
Yeah.
It's good
Well,
stuff.
What's something small guests do that mean a lot to you?
Something small. I don't know. Like, this might be kind of a basic answer, but like, if a guest like remembers your name or something, or just is like, especially like goes out of the way to be kind and polite. Like, we try to make it so that they don't have to do anything, obviously, but we're always taking their plates and everything. But a simple thank you can go a long way. You know, it's like we're people too. No, I'm
Right.
just kidding. But honestly, I don't have any complaints about the guests at Rainy Pass. They've been quite lovely, and everyone that comes through here seems to be an interesting person with a fascinating story to tell.
Yeah.
You know? So we enjoy everyone, but yeah, just general kindness and consideration.
Yeah, I think for me it's probably like if we're shooting a grizzly and they do good shot placement and you don't have to go in the brush after it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It just means so much to me.
If they just drop them right where they are.
Yes, it's just like, thank you.
It's common courtesy. Yes. You're like, can I give you a hug?
Literally. Normally they get a hug.
Yeah.
Well, how would you describe the culture at Rainy Pass Lodge?
It's big family, like big family culture, and it's that way in a beautiful way, in that like when you're staying with someone for long periods of time, because winter season we're out here for 2 months, summer if you're there for summer season and hunting season, which I was last year, that's a 4-month stretch, so you really you see every part of people's personalities, and good days and bad days. You can't maintain a mask for that long, so just everyone kind of binds together and helps out and makes sure that everyone is taken care of. And I don't know, it's a cool dynamic for sure, because I would argue that you guys are all closer than friends now. You are family,
right?
Just because partially because you have to be.
Yeah.
I swear I gained 8 little brothers. It's very frustrating. You guys all come in and make more dishes for me, so. But sorry,
I'll try eating without dishes.
Whatever.
But
I like you guys despite it all.
Just throw it on the table.
Nah, it's a cool place for sure, and lots of supportive personalities.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think big family is a great way to put it. And like you said, it is forced family.
Well, yeah, but that's a good thing. Yeah, it sounds bad.
You can't get away from anybody.
No, you really can't.
But it is all good people, and if it was people slacking or people doing things they shouldn't have done, it would just drive you insane, because you could never be able to get away from them.
Yeah, well, and it's also a pick your battles type situation too, because you need to know either you're going to communicate really clearly because you want to sort through this, or you realize this isn't important. I'm going to let it go.
Yeah, picking your battles is a great thing. That's one thing one of the hunters here told me a couple years ago. Asked for marriage advice. He's been married 20 plus years.
He asked you for marriage advice?
No, I asked him.
I was gonna say.
I asked him for marriage advice,
okay.
And he said picking your battles is such a huge thing, just because it's a lot of stuff that comes up. Things are gonna always annoy you with someone, spending so much time with them, and not everything's worth fighting over.
Well, yeah, and the Bible is very clear about not going to bed angry too. So I think that kind of plays into that, right?
Right.
Because if you're holding a grudge and letting it last, more than a day. First of all, you're not practicing forgiveness, which is crucial. And second of all, it's just bad for relationships in general. So.
Yeah. And you had to know, even through with any relationship, romantical or friendship,
romantical.
Yeah, even if you're going through a hard time,
yeah.
You still love that person,
yeah.
and it's just you're just really annoyed with them at the time.
Absolutely.
As does happen.
With anyone. It really doesn't matter. They can be the most pleasant of people. But
yeah.
We're all human, so there will be days.
Exactly. Well, how has working at Rainy Pass Lodge, working in remote Alaska, changed your relationship with God?
In wonderful ways, unexpected ways. Well, first of all, I got baptized out here.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That was super cool. So,
when?
It was during Camp Ironsights, which is a camp that Steve and Carly throw. The parents throw, and it's just they will take in a bunch of disadvantaged youth or kids who had bad childhoods and need some good people in their life, and pour into them with skills and biblical lessons and just knowledge and love that they were lacking, and lots of food. So much food. The amount of food that we blow through feeding those teenage boys, which is a wonderful blessing. It's all good. But yeah, at the end of this week-long camp, 10 days maybe, they offer to all these guys, they're like, hey, if you want to commit your life to the Lord, and then they hold a baptism in Lake Puntilla. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I had it in my mind that I wanted to be baptized up here, and I was kind of considering asking Stevie, because he's a very upstanding man, and I was that would be meaningful, because it's a place that I really care about with people that I care about. So I didn't need to ask, because then they're well, we're doing baptism. So yeah, sometime in June I got baptized here.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. And that was really cool. But I think, I I think it's taught me a lot of lessons about like patience, and carving out time for the Lord has been my current lesson that I'm working on, because it is a very busy job.
Yeah.
Like for everyone involved, we wake up and we work, and we pretty much work till we go to bed. Some days it ebbs and flows. There are some seasons that are slower, but you really have to like make sure you're being intentional about your time with the Lord, because otherwise it's easy to let it go to the wayside. And that's for any career and any.
Yeah, just life.
It's just life.
Yeah, just keeping it always like the number one priority is like easy thing to say, like, oh, God's the number one most important thing in my life, but like actually like forsaking the world to make time for that. Like you should make time for the world and like God be the priority, but
absolutely. Well, and like
it's a lot easier said than done sometimes.
Not to pull in a philosopher, Marcus Aurelius would be considered a philosopher. Yeah.
Yeah, stoicism,
yeah, but he
philosophy.
And I'm paraphrasing heavily, but he was saying like, ask yourself if what you're doing matters at all times, you know? And if you're winding down for bed and scrolling on your phone, I think that's a perfect time to be like, what is this benefiting me?
Yeah,
and
so
what
true.
Would be better, and what is always better is finding time with the Lord and praying or being in the Word.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, it's like hours go by just scrolling, and it's like
it's so dangerous.
Spend like 30 minutes reading your Bible. It's like you feel like so much better for the day, like you're just grounded.
Yeah. I've been really trying to like, before I go to bed, read a chapter, and then right when I wake up, read a chapter.
Nice, that's awesome.
There's something about like waking up, and rather than reaching for your phone first thing in the morning, if you reach for the Word of God, like, I don't know, it just sets your mind straight right off the bat.
Absolutely.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and just like it's been on my mind a lot lately, like just your identity being in Christ, and like when people think of you, like what's the first thing they think of? Do they think of like Aubrey the cook, Aubrey the adventurer, Aubrey the jiu-jitsu practitioner? Or do they think, oh, Aubrey the Christian? Like is that like the number one? And I'm like, I didn't mean to use you.
No,
like I've been thinking about it for myself. Like, do they think of like Zachary the Alaskan hunting guide, like Zachary the horseman, or do they think of like Zachary the Christian being the number one thing? Like realistically, is that the first thing that pop into people's mind?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it should be like very plain that you are a follower of God. Like that's also something I've been working on, is just, you know, you encounter people and you're like, oh, here's my opening to talk about the Lord, but you second guess yourself because you don't want to be like pushy. I never want to be pushy, and I don't think that's what ministry is. Like if you're forcing your will on people, it's not going to get you anywhere. But like,
no, it's not biblical.
No, but like taking those ins and just like unabashedly talking about our Savior is so important, and like it's a skill, and it takes
absolutely
a bit of discipline and, dare I say, bravery to just be like,
right.
But that's what it's all about, you know? Like, this is all about God.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, it's very like apparent, you know,
oh my gosh, yeah.
around you. Yeah.
Dude, that was the biggest shock about coming out here, because there was a time over the summer that we were riding through the valley there, and when you're down there, you just realize like you're looking around, and you're like, wow, I am so small.
Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Because you're just enveloped in these gorgeous mountains in this valley, and you're like, none of my problems matter.
Yeah. So true. Yeah. And this country will make a person feel small and like really put things into perspective. And like last night watching the Northern Lights, just like, wow.
They were so crazy.
Just so beautiful.
So crazy. Yeah. No, and it's just like, it's, you know, sounding small could be taken in a bad way, but I don't mean it in a bad way. It's truly like, our God is bigger than these mountains and more magnificent in their glory, or in his glory, than them, you know? So
absolutely.
It just is like, what are we doing focusing on ourselves?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, so silly.
It is, truly. So it's good. It's a good way to reprioritize. And I think if you like stop seeing the world in that lens, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice, which is another reason to come visit Rainy Pass Lodge. Like, I don't know, there's just like, there's God's glory in a small leaf, or there's God's glory in magnificent mountains. It's just a matter of looking at things closely and
absolutely
taking that into consideration. So.
What are you most excited for with our globetrotting trips this summer?
Everything. I'm so pumped. Well, first of all, I'm gonna really do my best to secure a guitar and bring it with.
There
so
you
that'll
go.
be really fun. Going out to out camps and playing for guests is just like, honestly, just performing for guests in any capacity just makes my heart happy. Not because I care about performing, but people seem to enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a good time. But I don't know, I'm just like, obviously I'm so pumped to spend time with our horses because they're a good crew, I'd say.
Yeah, they are the best.
Good bunch of ragamuffins that I really enjoy spending time around. I've always been a crazy horse girl at heart.
There you go.
I'm living out my dreams. But that, and like, I like to think that I'm Rainy Pass's little social butterfly. So
Yeah,
like,
you definitely are.
I love talking to people who are from all around the world and just like hearing their stories, and this feels like a really good opportunity to get to know some fascinating people.
Absolutely.
Zachary, what are you looking forward to with the Globetrotters?
I think what I'm looking forward to most is mainly riding around horseback and then talking, like you said, like talking to a lot of cool people from around the world that have the same passions that I do for horses and for experiencing different landscapes on horseback.
It'll be cool to pick their brains even, because like they're fascinating people, and then they've been, I mean, you've ridden a lot of places, but they've ridden all around the world.
Yeah.
It's gotta be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to see like the different kinds of horses and just like all the different types of horsemanship they've experienced.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it changes greatly depending on where
Absolutely.
you are.
Well, do you have any closing thoughts for us, Aubrey?
Just go and see the mountains if you can.
Yeah.
They're incredible. And thanks for having me on the podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for being on.
I like what you've done with the studio. It's very nice.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but you know, we'll maybe build a little igloo next time or something.
Basically, the chairs are like the biggest addition, and
yes, that's definitely been our biggest addition.
I appreciate how precariously
Yes.
they're beautiful, beautiful.
See, we can hop on our snow machines and get back
Let
to the
her
lodge.
rip.
Yeah, let her rip, bud.
Going out for a rip, are you, bud?
Oh yeah.
Oh.